Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougall.
And thank you for joining us for our very first episode of Disney Coast to Coast.
What?
Patrick and I met back in August at the D23 Expo and in Anaheim, and the way that we came up with this whole coast to coast thing is Jeff, I'm located in Los Angeles, and I frequent the Disneyland Resort, and Patrick,
I live in Orlando, and I frequent all the resorts, but Disney as well.
And we're both kind of obsessive about Disney stuff, so
a little
scary obsessive. And we have a lot of opinions about it, and so instead of just having the conversations between ourselves, we said, let's share it with the world, because I'm sure it's just what everybody wants and desires. Wouldn't you
They
agree?
want more of us.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have enough Jeff and Patrick, so welcome to Disney Coast to Coast. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you keep joining us. But today
on this magical adventure.
Absolutely. So today we're just going to talk about, just so you can get an idea of what we're like and what we're into, we thought we'd just talk about some of the things that we're really excited about that's happening within the Walt Disney Company and all aspects of the Walt Disney Company in 2014, because they have some pretty exciting things coming up. Patrick, do you want to start with one of your favorites?
Okay, yes. The thing I am most looking forward to this year from the Walt Disney Company is happening at Magic Kingdom, and it is their new Festival of Fantasy Parade coming to Magic Kingdom.
Of course, opening just a couple months right after I visit, right?
It's opening in March, so it'd be like 1 month.
It's like, I'm there March 2nd. When does it open?
I don't know.
Right after I leave.
Probably.
So I will have to enjoy it through the magic of YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I enjoyed Sound Sensational for a while. So,
yeah.
Get in my shoes.
Yeah. So specifically, they've released some photos. It looks like they have a really cool Maleficent float.
Yes. I'm just really excited because for the past almost 15 years, we've been having the same kind of types of parades. We've been having Celebrate a Dream Come True parades. And what that entitled is, like, they'd say it'd be a new parade, but it was just refurb versions of the last parade. There are a couple different things. Maybe they put one or two floats in that were new, but now the parade is going to be completely brand new. New music, new name, new floats, everything.
Yeah, I even remember, being a person who isn't there as often as you, obviously, since I don't live there, but, vacationing there every couple of years. I remember seeing the parade when I would go, and it would have a different name often, but it would be, like, I remember those giant globe floats being around, or the snow globe type floats being around for a really long time, and they would start painting them different colors and stuff, but I was like, it's the same parade.
It's the exact same. And the one float at the end usually is like this castle mirror float.
Yes.
I swear if I never see that mirror float again, it'll be the greatest day of my life.
It's probably going to Tokyo or something like that.
Good.
You're like...
Well, I can say okay, so the floats aren't completely brand new. They're brand new to us, but a lot of the floats that they're going to be using are from Tokyo.
Okay, and what was
so
the parade?
So they're brand new to us, but they're not brand new.
Do you know what the parade was called over at Tokyo?
Ooh, I do not. I know we took their, like, almost Sleeping Beauty-esque float. There's one that's like a flower bed, and then you have, like, her dress kind of thing. Also, I heard a rumor, if you've seen I don't know the name of the parade over at Disneyland Paris, but they do have, Flora, Fauna, and Mayweather characters who are on almost like these Segway type things underneath their dress. So it looks like they're floating.
Now, are they face characters or
They're
masks?
face characters.
Oh, cool.
So I've heard rumors we would be getting those as well.
Oh, they kind of sound cool and creepy all at the same time.
Yeah, they're like floating fairies and they like move them with their hips. It's really weird.
That's really funny. And where was that before? That was in Tokyo?
That was Disneyland Paris.
Oh, that was
They have
Paris.
him there. I don't know if it's going to be in the parade, but the brand new float that we're getting is the Maleficent Steampunk Dragon float, which looks amazing.
It really does. And I think that makes up for the fact that they still haven't replaced your Maleficent and Phantasmic. They're
no.
Let's appease them with this one.
Yeah.
So. But no, it looks pretty
take
cool. The photos look pretty darn cool. I wish, as far as parades are concerned, I wish they would bring Spectro Magic back to...
That is gone forever.
Maybe it'll come to Disneyland?
It's officially retired.
No, that's what they said about the Main Street Electrical Parade, and look what happened. It's now, been around for how much longer? Forever.
They put a press statement out that is gone.
Yeah, they sold the light bulbs off of the floats of the Main Street Electrical Parade in an auction, and it's still back. So,
do you know that they're having a pin series throughout this whole year, where every month they're coming out with a new pin of Spectro Magic with each float in the parade.
See, that means they should bring it back. Sounds like it needs to come back.
So you can get your Spectro Magic float pins.
I am not a pin collector because I'm obsessive compulsive. So actually, they did something really genius once. I was checking into the Grand Californian Hotel, and they gave me 3 pins. And I was like, and at that point, I had 0 pins. And I was like, this is absolutely genius, because what happens is, of course, they give you 3 pins you don't really care about. So you trade those. And then you get ones that you like. And then I became I need more. So for about a 6-month period, I started trading pins, and I was really into the Mickey ones and the Ursula ones. And then I was just being obsessive compulsive. I'm if I cannot have a complete collection, which is pretty much impossible to do with Disney pins, I was forget it. I need to stop this. So I have what I have, and that's it. And no more Disney pins for me.
I didn't even try to start. It's scary. Scary place.
It really is. It's kind of crazy.
I see some of those people trading those pins in the park, and they just look scary. So I don't go.
I never tried to trade with the people, only the cast members, because I was well, they can't say no. So they're the only people I ever.
The best thing is at Epcot, they have a little section where people can stop. And you can trade with other people. They have
they have those. They have those in several places at Disneyland, and some people will be there all day long, trading pins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's enjoy yourselves.
Anyway, since we got off topic of the parade, that is my number one most looking forward to thing this year, because it hasn't happened in a while.
Excellent. And for me, the thing I'm really looking forward to this year is happening in New York City. Aladdin is opening on Broadway.
Yeah.
I am a very big musical theater fan. I love Disney theatricals. And I say it's about time Aladdin got to Broadway. It's been, oh my God, it's been 22 years since the movie came out. That's insane to think about. Wow. I have really high hopes for it. It's in the New Amsterdam, so it's the theater that Disney owns, which is a beautiful theater. It's actually the first Broadway theater I ever went into. I saw The Lion King there. And it looks like it's going to be spectacular from the videos I've seen. I'm really excited that Jonathan Freeman, who did the voice of Jafar in the animated film, he's playing Jafar on stage, which is pretty darn cool. So I'm pretty stoked about that. It opens March 20th. I don't know exactly when I'm going to go see it, but I think you said you're going to New York in May, right?
Hopefully. I mean, that's my plan.
That's the
I plan to get out there, see Aladdin, see Newsies.
Newsies. Oh, don't even get me going on Newsies. That was the greatest gift of 2012. That was amazing, and I hope it runs forever. So at that point, Disney on Broadway should have Newsies. As of next month, it'll have Newsies, Aladdin, and Lion King running, which, to me, my lord, to me that just means Disney should have a resort in New York City, in Manhattan.
Yes, exactly.
Times Square needs a Disney hotel. That's all there is to it.
They have those, Vacations by Disney, adventure things.
Disney Adventure.
We need an in United States one.
Well, they have a California one.
Oh, well, we need a New York one where you get go to New York, you get a little package, you get all 3 shows in one little weekend thing.
Totally. I know the one in London, they would take you to Mary Poppins, and you would go like backstage after the show. But you had mentioned they need a U.S. one, and in the one in California, they actually go to a few places like the Muppet Studios and such that, like, cool places I would love to go. But, living here, I'm not going to pay for an Adventures by Disney tour because they're pretty expensive. And so I actually called and I was like, hey, can I hop on to I'll pay to take just the Muppet tour or whatever. And they're like, no, not going to happen. Wah, wah. Oh, so sad.
Oh, well, I'm excited for Aladdin too, but I became more excited when they announced The Hunchback coming to California.
Seriously, in October, it's coming to the La Jolla Playhouse, which I am so excited for.
Yes.
Now, Patrick, I don't believe at the expo you didn't catch the Disney Theatricals presentation, did you?
Why, yes, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, that was the day before we had met. So, right? Yeah, that was the first day, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the first night. Okay, well, I was there as well, and they did a performance from Hunchback, which was pretty cool. And Hunchback has always been one of my favorites. I really love that movie. I mean, I tend to like dark things, so let's face it, Hunchback's really dark.
It's pretty underrated too. I think the score is amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Well, it's Menken and Schwartz.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's quite good. And so it's played in Germany, I believe. Disney Theatricals put on a production there, and it did really, really well. So I think they're just trying to change bits of it to make it better for an American audience. So it's so interesting how some shows will work really well here and not so well overseas, or vice versa. Like Little Mermaid kind of tanked here on Broadway, and now it's doing really, really well overseas from what I hear. So I'm excited to see Hunchback. Apparently it's not Disney Theatricals producing it, but they are involved with it. So it's some other company putting on it's probably like a test run, and I'm sure it's going to head to Broadway. I'd be shocked if it didn't end up on Broadway. But I will be there in October. You can bet your bottom dollar about that. I'm very excited about the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
But if they head to Broadway, you know what's going to leave?
What?
Newsies?
No, because Disney doesn't own that theater. They rent the Nederlander. And frankly, to be honest, I am a huge Newsies fan. Obsessively love that show. But the fact is, although I would love to see the show run for 10 years, I don't think it will, for several reasons. Number one, they do have quite a few ticket deals that I see online sometimes. So they're filling the houses, but not at full price. Lion King is still doing, X amount of years later. And also, it's a really, really tough show to cast. Really tough.
Oh, yeah, it's all guys.
All guys, all, real, legitimate dancers. This isn't musical theater, triple threat, I can sort of dance type thing. No, these are, trained ballet dancers and whatever, doing their thing. It's a tough show to cast. So,
and all of that, not most of them, but some of them are even, they can't cast more than 22 years old. There's kids actually in this show too.
Yeah, I know that there's, there are some Newsies in their 30s, but you have to look very young.
But they actually did I sent you this. They did a touring audition over here in Orlando, and the casting call was 16 to 22.
Wow. Yeah, I just saw a call in Los Angeles as well for Newsies. Maybe I'll go in as Pulitzer.
Okay.
In 20 years. But
anyway.
Yeah, so was Hunchback one of the things on your list, or
it was not? It was not.
Well, so what's the next thing you're excited about?
The next thing I'm excited for is the opening of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in New Fantasyland. ... Finally.
Yes. Once again, I am missing this by just a couple of months as I head down to Walt Disney World in a couple of weeks away, and I'm missing it.
Yeah. I'm excited just because this has been a so long process that New Fantasyland has kind of like, I mean, it opened, but it never felt open because we still have these giant construction walls taking up the whole middle of the land. Like, that's the Snow White ride would be the center focus of New Fantasyland, and right now it's just giant construction walls still. So until that's finished and everything comes down, I think we'll finally get a picture of what New Fantasyland is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's yeah. I remember seeing. I guess it was 2 expos ago when they had. Yeah, it was where they had like the models for that attraction, and it looked pretty darn cool. And you know, it's a bit of a different ride system, which is always exciting. When there's a new ride system, I get excited. I don't know, I'm a nerd that way, but it looks like it'll be pretty cool. Kind of crazy that they got rid of the classic Snow White Adventure or Snow White Scary Adventures attraction and made it into a meet and greet for princesses.
Yeah.
Just because that's so classic. But I guess it makes sense considering there's going to be a whole new Snow White attraction there. So that'll be exciting. Speaking of New Fantasyland, one of the things that really excited me was I checked out some videos of opening night, and they had that fire-breathing dragon like flying through the air.
Yes.
Okay, why is that not happening on a more regular basis?
Do not ask me. I don't know what went through Disney marketing's head where they sent out all these like fake websites and did this whole multimedia campaign on all the social networks where anyone could get involved and read about these like eggs hatching at behind Magic Kingdom in New Fantasyland. And then they bring out this dragon for one night only on a media night, so only people of media could see this thing and never bring it back again.
Yeah. Now, were you there for that media night?
I wasn't even there for that media night.
Okay. Yeah, I heard they tested it in Glendale over by Imagineering, and let me tell you, I wish that I had been driving by when they were testing that thing, because I would have been like, what is happening? This is amazing. But yeah, like it was really impressive. And I mean, obviously I think part of what made it so impressive was it was at nighttime. So whatever like engineering was behind it, it hit pretty well. But I was like,
it breathed fire.
Yeah, it breathed fire. It was like flying on its own. This wasn't like, Tinkerbell hanging on strings type things. This is like a helicopter or airplane going through the air type situation, but it looked like a dragon, and it was pretty darn cool. And from what I've heard, it's just not reliable enough to use on a regular basis, but let's make it reliable enough, okay?
Yeah.
Because I would give up Tinkerbell to start the fireworks show with a fire-breathing dragon.
Okay, I'm going off tangent a little bit.
That's
this
okay.
Is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this somehow they will perfect this some way magically.
You're going to Beastly Kingdom, aren't you?
It will happen for Avatar.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you have all these dragon type things in Avatar. We're supposedly getting a new nighttime Animal Kingdom show when that opens. So I think this is a perfect time to perfect that technology, because they have the time to do it until Avatar opens.
Yeah, well, I would love to see that thing work anywhere on a regular basis. So, so yeah, yay to New Fantasyland. I'm excited to check out the Be Our Guest restaurant. Is it called Be Our Guest?
It is.
Okay, what's the one on the cruise? The cruise ship is called Lumiere's. That's what it is. I keep getting the two confused. One of the other things I'm really excited about, and this is kind of lame, but I really am excited about it, is Saving Mr. Banks coming out on Blu-ray. And the reason for it is not only because I love the movie, but I am expecting and will be very disappointed if this Blu-ray isn't loaded with special features. I mean, loaded. I'm a huge biography and showbiz history buff, so I'm expecting some awesome documentaries. I'm praying that they have some of those archive recordings of the meetings that they had about the development of Mary Poppins. And so, yeah, I'm actually really excited for Saving Mr. Banks to come out on Blu-ray this year.
That's like a chancy subject.
Why?
What if there's no What if there's no special features?
If there's no special features, I'm going to be beyond disappointed.
Yeah.
But
I doubt that.
Yeah, like their Diamond Edition stuff. Not that I'm expecting Saving Mr. Banks to come out in Diamond Edition, but their animated stuff. They have some really, really good documentaries, and I feel like it'll probably have an audio commentary, is my guess. And I don't know. I'm expecting some really good special features. God, I hope I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, I would love to check that out as well.
Maybe we'll do a whole episode when it comes out about the special features on Saving Mr. Banks. And if they have no special features, it'll be like a 5-minute episode. We'll just rant and rave for 5 minutes.
Oh, did you see that option where you can add Spanish subtitles?
Right.
That was great.
That was really fun. Do you remember on one of the Little Mermaid releases, they actually put like a digital version of the Little Mermaid Dark Ride? Do you remember this? Yeah, they did, and it's actually really close to the Little Mermaid, Dark Ride that they now have in the parks.
What?
And this was several years before, so it's kind of like they were getting us ready for the release of the real ride. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. Anything else you're super excited about?
Yes. The last thing I'm excited about, and this is an iffy topic because if this movie is not what I expect it to be, I'm gonna be super sad. But it is the Maleficent movie coming out.
Yes. Maleficent. Now, you were at the movie panel.
Yes.
At D23.
Yes.
They showed some scenes from it.
Yes. I think everything we saw is now out on trailers as well, so
yeah.
Everything.
It was some here's the thing. I'm not particularly an Angelina Jolie fan.
Mm-hmm.
I loved what I saw of Maleficent at the expo. But having said that, I feel like what they showed us were a lot of like dramatic scenes where it was just, good acting and performances and such. Mm-hmm. The thing that's scaring me is some of these trailers.
Yes, they are. There's been 3 trailers out. They had the teaser, which was really good. And then they came out with this like almost side-by-side animation of the old Sleeping Beauty to this movie. Mm-hmm. And it was very tailored to a younger audience. And then they just came out with this newest one, which is tailored to a more older audience. And the tone of these 2 trailers are totally different. So I'm hoping that the movie is more how it seems, where it is a darker tone.
Yes.
To it. I mean, the trailer that came out, is it Lana Del Rey song of Once Upon a Dream in that like creepy tone. I hope it stays like that, but they're also showing these trailers where it seems some parts are almost kiddie-ish, and I'm really scared that it's gonna go that route and not the dark tone that I want it to take. Well,
that's kind of a hot topic with me when it comes to Disney trailers and marketing these days, is I get really angry that it seems like they're just not satisfied with the appropriate audience for their movies. It seems like they really want to get every person on earth to see their movies. So they make a trailer for the young kids, then they make a trailer for teenage boys, then they make a trailer for grown adults. And it's like, well, which audience is it? What audience is really going to like this movie? Because people don't want to waste their time seeing movies that like just genuinely isn't their genre. It's not even saying, oh, it's a bad movie. It's just, this isn't my genre of film. I'm not going to enjoy this. So just tell me the truth. I had this problem with Frozen as well, was overseas their marketing campaigns were pushing Frozen as a musical, which it is. Frozen is a musical. There's no way getting around this. But in the US, that was like a dirty word, calling Frozen a musical, because it's just not as widely accepted and it won't get the young boys and all this stuff. In my opinion, just be happy with the audience you have and be grateful for that audience. And let's face it, you're going to make a ton of money off of that audience. Oh, yeah. As opposed to bringing people in that are going to be disappointed and then say bad things, and then it becomes bad word of mouth. So that's what I feel like is happening with Maleficent, because there are trailers that when I watch them, I get so excited. And then there are trailers when I watch it, I feel like I'm looking like at a Lord of the Rings movie or something. And I'm like, oh no, this is not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, that's the scariest part, is people still don't know what the route this movie's gonna take.
Yes.
So I'm nervous and excited to see.
Yeah.
The latest trailer got me really hopeful, so...
The latest one did?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I saw... I'm sure I saw it. I don't know which one was the latest one, though.
It was the one with the Lana Del Rey cover.
Was that the one with, like, walking trees and vines and lots of...
You would have known it because it's the creepy Once Upon a Dream song playing in the background throughout the whole trailer.
Okay, maybe I have to check that one out. Maybe I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that one is amazing.
Can you post it on my wall?
I will.
Yeah, post it on my wall when you find it. Another film I'm excited about is Into the Woods, although I am equally as scared about that because we'll talk about this briefly, but Into the Woods as a kid was one of my absolute favorite musicals. I've seen so many productions of Into the Woods I can't even remember. Are you familiar with it, Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's one of Stephen Sondheim's best works. It's just great music. It was a great Broadway production. And I'm a little scared about this film. Meryl Streep is the witch. I think that's cool casting. Would have loved to have seen Bernadette Peters do it, though. We get Johnny Depp in there as the wolf. Anna Kendrick as Cinderella, which I think will be nice. Christine Baranski is the stepmother. I think will be really cool. Tracy Ullman's in it, which I think will be fun. But there have been some weird casting things where there's this little girl, I can't think of her name, but she was on Ellen a lot. And she used to sing. And supposedly she was playing Little Red. Now, I recently checked... Yeah, I know.
I remember that. I think that was a rumor and that was just proved already.
Okay, I was going to say, I checked the IMDb and she is not on there.
No.
So I'm so happy because I was actually really, really scared when I initially read that. To the point that I was like, I may not be going to see this movie because that's just not right casting. So I was happy to see that it wasn't her on IMDb. But I am excited to see it. I am hesitant to see it as well. It's such a great musical that I feel like it's just going to be hard to pull off, but I hope that they do pull it off. So,
yeah, we didn't see any footage of it, so we've got nothing to base it off.
Yeah, just that creepy image
casting
of Meryl Streep. Yeah. Yeah, but anywho, Patrick, we're running out of time here today, but that's okay because we've got many, many weeks ahead of us of new and exciting Disney stuff to talk about. But we're going to end each of our episodes with a little trivia question for each other. So do you have one for me today?
I do. In a former attraction at Magic Kingdom, Tim Curry does a voice of an animatronic.
Oh.
Do you know which ride he does a voiceover for?
Tim Curry. Let's think. This is a total guess.
This is a former attraction at Magic Kingdom.
And this is at Walt Disney World only?
Yes.
I'm going to say the extraterrestrial alien encounter.
You would be correct.
Bing! Who did he play?
Do you know the name of the animatronic?
No, was he wasn't the little cute guy, was he?
No.
No, I don't. What was
he was
the name?
the SIR, which was the robot in the pre-show.
Now, don't they have like a similar character now? And it's goodness, the actor's name is escaping me, and I love him. He was on that show, Spin City. Oh God, I can't think of his name, but yeah, do they still have the Stitch one there?
Yes, unfortunately.
We're doing it 20 times when I'm there.
Oh God,
I'm just kidding. Maybe once. We'll do it once. So I've got a question for you.
I'm scared.
Let's see how familiar you are with the Haunted Mansions. So we know that each of the Haunted Mansion attractions begin with the stretching room. Mm-hmm. And some of them go up, some of them go down. And I was wondering if you happen to know in each park in which cases does the room drop down, and in which cases do the room pull tall?
Okay, well I know definitely in California you go down. It's an actual elevator.
Correct.
I know here, the walls go up, you don't move anywhere.
Correct.
Let's see, Paris. I'm gonna say the walls go up, you don't move anywhere.
No, Paris, it goes down.
Oh. Okay, and where else? Hong
Tokyo.
Kong? Tokyo. I'm gonna say you don't go anywhere.
Tokyo, correct. The walls go up, so yeah,
Okay.
you remain in the same place.
So
And
it's half and half.
It's half and half. The reasoning for it supposedly is space issues. One of the I like the fact that I like it when they hide show buildings, where you can't actually see where the attraction is, which I feel like they keep moving further and further away from. I feel like, especially at like California Adventure, it's like, and there's a giant soundstage, the attraction's in there. So I really appreciate the older attractions where, they go down and underground and you really can't see where all the stuff is that's happening. But that's the reasoning for it. And, also part of the reason they say in Florida that it doesn't go down is because the water table's so low.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but here's a little added bonus part to that question is, do you know who originally recorded the narration for the Haunted Mansion? This would be at Disneyland.
As the ghost host?
Yeah. This is actually kind of crazy. It was never used, although I would love to get my hands on that archive footage.
Is it Walt Disney?
It is.
Oh.
Walt Disney originally recorded the narration. At least that's what I read. So I don't know if you can always trust everything you read, but I feel like if that were 100% true, something would have leaked at this point. But I thought that was kind of interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of crazy. So anywho, I think that does it for us today, unless there's anything you want to add quickly, Patrick.
Nope.
Excellent. Well, come back and join us for some more magical time on Disney Coast to Coast, and we're going to sign off for today. I'll see you later, Patrick.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.